That's true.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
This. Don't laugh at me. This is TBR Together with Meghan and Jake. I'm Meghan. She's Jake. We're back for episode 2.
Episode 2.
How does that make you feel?
I loved it.
Does that tickle your fancy?
It does.
Is my mic plugged in?
Do you
I'll
want to
check earlier this time.
Yeah.
Do what?
I would like to clarify that I am Meghan. And you are Jake.
This week, yes.
Yes. I think all weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So let's start this off. Beginning of the episode, we will talk about our current reads, what we might have just finished or what we're currently reading, because I did just finish a book.
So did I.
So did you. So you can start. I'll let you go.
Well, I did finish Soul Searching.
Of course you did.
I did it in a book club on Fable. Shout out if anybody wants to join.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. I think it's Hot Girls Who Read Book Club. It's just me and my sister. And there's one other girl that joined.
He made it sound like it was a book club that was pre-existing before.
No, it was a book
you
club.
And Brooke decided to make a book club. It was a book
club me and Brooke made so we could make comments.
Could have book club.
Well, yeah, so Fable's really nice, and you can comment on each chapter as you go. So it's really nice when we're reading at different paces. I can make notes, in this chapter I really liked this.
So then if you were on chapter 5, made a note when she got to chapter 5, she would then get to see that?
Well, she can click on them at any time. She can see them
at any time. I didn't know if it was a fun time.
You have to click on the chapter to open it.
Yes.
So,
okay.
So no spoilers if you don't want them. But that's been really nice. Cool. 2 of my best friends from college did join, but I don't know that they have actually read the book yet. But I finished that. I did feel slightly misled, however. You good?
Yeah, I didn't know how it worked. Yeah. I was tapping all the buttons.
I did feel slightly misled, though, because Lila Sage put on her Instagram that this story had a lot of ghost meddling in the romance. And I didn't feel that
like Scooby-Doo meddling? Is that what you mean? That form you mean?
It just said ghost
meddling in the relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
But she can't talk to them, so they don't meddle a whole bunch.
I thought she could talk to them.
She's having a blockage, though, remember?
No.
Oh,
I didn't read the book.
I know. I thought I said that. So she has a blockage.
I don't recall you telling me.
But
you probably did.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
She gets it all figured out. And
I said sexual tension with the blood.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. I did really like the book, though. It was a 4-star read for me.
Okay.
Because I was slightly more invested in the ghost romance that ended up happening at the end.
There was ghost romance?
Yes. So there was a lady in white, which anybody that's watched Supernatural, it's a different kind of lady in white. She was in the woods waiting for her lover who never showed. Well, it turns out her lover is a ghost that hangs out in the...
Her lover was already the ghost at that time, or he became a ghost?
So huge spoilers for the end of the book. But you find out that the lady in white was waiting in the woods for her lover. Mm-hmm. She was married, and her husband drove her lover off the road. He ends up dying in a car accident. She does not know that. She freezes in the woods that night. So they're both found dead. She's found dead pretty quickly because her husband reports her as missing. Her lover is dead in a car for 3 days, so nobody knows.
Okay, so the husband just rock on the ignition sort of thing and just lets him fly. He does not kill himself with the lover.
No, the husband just runs him off the road, and he, I think, hits a tree.
They were in separate vehicles?
Separate vehicles, oh. Yep. Husband.
I thought you meant they were together. And
nope, the husband followed him, drove him off the road.
Okay.
Well, that ghost, her lover, I can't remember what his name is. He hangs out at the antique shop that Colin's parents owns, and she figures it out by reading the article about the lady in white. 3 pages later, she realizes that, oh, I know this other dead person. I've talked to him since I was 5. We're best friends. And so she brings them together, which is super cute.
The two ghosts.
Yeah. They come together and then they just get to hang out in eternity.
That's exciting.
It is. It
That's
was
fun.
really cute. I did enjoy that part, but I was a little more invested. Like I would like more of their story, and I was more invested in that than I think.
Maybe that will be like a little novella that they write
Maybe.
to go along with it. If
And
enough people want that, I'm sure they
yeah, and I'm
figure
sure the
something out.
second book is about her twin sister Clark.
Mm.
Because there is legit ghost meddling in that. Clark's like high school crush's dad died, and she's been like hanging out with his dead dad. They've been talking together, and he's like helping Clark get with his son. So, I mean, I don't know for sure that that's what happened, but they're talking a lot, and now Clark is dating his son. So I'm just saying it's a coincidence if that's not what happened.
Oh, so you're not hearing all the.
Yeah, you don't hear anything from
You
Clark.
just know that they're communicating.
Yeah, Clark is
Okay.
like tells her that like, oh, I've been talking to his dad a lot, all the time.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, but I just started Wild Reverence, which is the prequel to Divine Rivals.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
I just thought that was its own thing.
No, so like
so you read both of them, and now it's going back to the.
And it doesn't go back to like a couple years before. It goes back to like 1,000 to 500, somewhere in that area before, like centuries before Divine Rivals takes place. Yeah. Because when Divine Rivals takes place, there's at most 6 gods left, and you find out a little bit in Divine Rivals that gods end up killing each other because when they kill another god, they can steal their power. So they're just out here killing each other left and right because they want to be the most powerful god. Well, when you take that back 500 years, they haven't really started murdering each other like crazy yet. That's going to happen. So it's very interesting. The dedication is basically like, this is for anyone who's ever lost someone or something along those lines. So, like, it's going to hurt your feelings up front. But I'm not even 50% of the way in, and my feelings are already getting hurt, and I'm about to cry every time I read this book. So I'm legitimately terrified to finish. Because Brooke has finished this, and she was like, if you're already getting emotional, buckle up, Buttercup. It's gonna wreck you. Yeah. So I'm really nervous. The main character's name is Matilda, which I think is adorable, but all I think about is Matilda, because Matilda means warrior. Sure. In whatever this language is. So
if you want it to.
She's like a.
So all you're picturing is the movie, The Child with.
Well, she is
Trunchbull and Danny DeVito.
I mean, kind of, but I mean, not really, because one of her defining characteristics is that she has like fire red hair. It's very important to the story because
I probably wouldn't have caught that.
Yeah. It's like very important to the story that she has like red hair, and she found her soulmate. They're 14, which is really weird, but she's a god, so like I don't know.
She's a god. Is he a god?
No, he's just a normal man. Well, he's a normal boy. Scandalous. But his brothers are fighting in the war, because of course there's a war. There's always a war.
Gotta be a war.
Always a war. They're soulmates. I only know that because Brooke told me it was on the back of the book, but I don't read those.
No, you don't need to read the back of the book. That's a PSA. You never need to read the back of the book. It is unnecessary. You can just leave it blank for your books coming into this household.
But I will say sometimes it does save you a lot of heartbreak, because Crescent City really ruined me in the sense that I did not read the back of the book, and I was like, oh my God, Bryce is going to end up with Connor. They're so cute. It's her best friends, second in command. They're so adorable. Literally died in 10 pages. But it does tell you that on the back of the book. So had you read that like a normal person,
you don't need to do it.
You wouldn't have been heartbroken 7 pages in.
You don't need to do it. So, look at the cover. Read the book.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I'm halfway through. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to wreck me. So can't wait for that. So what are you reading?
Well, I just finished Horns by Joe Hill, who
Yes, you
is
did.
Stephen King's son. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how fucking messed up this book is.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably wasn't even as bad as it could have been to a certain extent.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just about a boy turning into the devil. Nothing
Just a
nothing
casual
too crazy.
Tuesday.
I don't remember what day it was. I don't think they specified. It might have been a Wednesday.
Oh, well, just a normal day of the
It was
week.
a Thursday.
A Thursday.
Never been turned on by gas mileage before. But yeah, no, I mean that was good. First Joe Hill book I've read. I would like to read. It was his second book he ever wrote. For him being like, I'm pretty sure he's a full time author. I haven't looked into him as much. I don't know what else he's done. He's only actually read.
He's only
I don't
read.
know how many fucking
He's
books
only
he
read 2
himself
books.
has read. He's written, I want to say like 6 novels.
All standalones, no series.
Yeah, I believe just all standalones. But then he did like a graphic novel series of like 6 with somebody, and like that's all he's written.
Yeah, well, when
But
Stephen King's your dad, I'm sure it's like
yeah, but that's what
really
I'm
hard.
just saying. Like I don't know what else he does.
Yeah.
He writes a lot of horror, and his books have been, I think most of them have been turned into movies,
Oh well.
or at least are going to be. But his most current book is called King Sorrow, and it's about like a dragon and shit. So I want to read that. It has the literal coolest sprayed edges I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life.
Oh, we love a sprayed edge.
Oh my god, King Sorrow.
That's what's going to save the publishing industry is those sprayed edges.
Look
Because
at this
I'll buy 2 copies of a book if one of them has sprayed edges.
Look at it.
It is gorgeous. I don't know, that Howl's Moving Castle one I got you was pretty nice.
Well, yeah, that one's cool too.
But that
this
is
one,
nice.
like, it's a whole continuation. It scales across the entire
That
cover
is
and
pretty
the
cool.
side.
So what is it about?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. Dragon.
Okay. Just dragons. That's all you
Dragon.
know. Is it told
I
from...
didn't read the back of the
I
book.
know. This is the problem with not reading the back of the book.
We'll share the screen to the thingy. This is what we're looking at. This book right here.
Only 25 euros. What?
Can't tell where it is. Oh, it didn't open the page, but yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. But I wanted to read that one first. I wanted to read Horns first since it was already on the shelf. And to see.
Look at you getting your physical TBR actually done.
Well, the problem is I read half of it physically, and then I was so busy in the truck at work that I got the audiobook and then just finished it on audiobook. But it was nice because there were a couple of names and like they're not I guess not really names as much, probably like last name pronunciation and stuff like that. But the guy did like a couple of accents for certain people, and it's like I wasn't picturing them in that way because they're from Connecticut. The story's set in Connecticut, in Gideon, Connecticut. And I read a couple of reviews that pissed people off that he like mentioned like Derry from Maine with Stephen King's whole
He's
thing.
one of the only authors allowed to besides
and he like mentioned Derry and shit like that. But there's one of the characters' name is Glenna, and the dude read her as having a like southern country accent, and it didn't specify if she was grown somewhere else. She's not a crop. If she was born somewhere else,
and moved to Connecticut,
and then grew up there and then moved in, but not that I remember. But she was just there. That threw me off. But it was
they're not that old, are they?
6,
yeah,
27, I think.
Yeah,
they jump back and forth because I mean there is flashbacks where they're children doing certain things. Like Iggy is the main character, so you got Iggy and Marin, who are the 2 main.
Yeah.
They're children and how they meet and that sort of shit. But then most of it takes place when they're
and she's not in the flashbacks.
Age. Who?
Glenna.
She is in one, yes.
So that would be weird if she moved. So that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because one of her friends was cooking a turd on an open fire.
Everything you tell me about this book.
Yeah, there's just more and more random shit. But it was nice. I liked it. I'd give it like just on how enjoyable it was like a 4.5.
I wonder, as like having Stephen King as a dad, like, do you put an age requirement for your children to read your work with
I don't know,
how
but
horrifying it is?
he grew up in the Coke age. So like he
Oh,
was born when Stephen King was, yeah, because dude's like 60. I think Joe's like 60 some, so he
how old is
definitely,
Stephen King?
he's in his 80s. Sorry,
What?
53 for Joe. So he was born in 72, and that was before Carrie came out in 78. Oh, sorry, the movie came out in 76, so the book came out before that. 74. So he wrote his first novel when his son was 2. So he was on
All the drugs.
everything through his son's entire childhood. So dude's probably a little messed up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
probably.
Oh, he's 78.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. Hmm.
Yeah, but that's on some of the reviews. People said like, you can only, with how fucked up this book was, like you can only have a father like Stephen King to end up writing
Book
something like this.
books like this,
Yeah,
yeah.
because basically, I mean, what happens is Iggy turns into the devil essentially, and then goes on this long killing spree and does all this different shit.
Yeah.
Is pretty much what it is, based on different things that happen in his past, and then he gets to see whatever happened in everybody else's past, and
You're just dealing with terrible
yeah,
characters left and right.
yeah,
Not a likable one
yeah.
around.
Not really, no. Marin, well, not even really Marin to a certain extent. She was okay for a while, but then she kind
Yeah.
of did dig
Tick, 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 ticker.
I want it. Uh, did Iggy a little dirty,
Yeah.
but she had ulterior motives. That's
I think it's honestly impressive for an author to write characters that don't have any redeeming qualities, but make the
oh yeah,
reader still want to read. Because that's how I felt about The Favorites. I did not like a single one of
that was
those
the ice skating.
characters. Ice dancing.
It's horse dancing, madam.
They make a point that it's different in the book, but not a single one of them was a likable character.
Wow.
And I could not wait to find out what happened to every single one of them. It was
Yeah,
like watching a car wreck. I had to know what happened. And I didn't care that I didn't like any of them.
yeah.
I was so invested. So I do feel like that's hard to do, I feel. Because I've DNF'd books for not liking any of the characters. So
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't need to have any connection to any of them.
really, I am
That
so
doesn't matter.
emotionally connected to
I don't.
I
I
am
don't. I
so
don't need that.
invested in these characters' lives.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can be invested in what's going on to a certain extent, but I'm not gonna
I think about
if they
them
do
years
something
later.
stupid. Yeah, that's fine. I
Yeah,
might think about that too, but it's not gonna make me. It's not gonna change
yeah,
whether I want to really read the book or not.
that's
And for
true.
me,
I think about Addie LaRue every day.
I think about it when I look at the book that's sitting on the
No, I think
shelf.
about it every
I
day.
do need to read that one again, even though it's been recent. I don't know,
I think about her
but
every day.
yeah. So yeah, so I just finished Horns, and then I was listening to Oathbringer, but I'm gonna switch that to physical book. I'm just gonna read that in my hands.
That's the Mistborn.
No, this is Stormlight.
Stormlight, my
Saying
sincerest apologies.
it's two completely different
I
things.
know it is, and I'm very sorry. I understand.
Apology considered.
I am genuinely
Uh,
sorry.
they're both in the Cosmere, so I guess that's okay. They're under the umbrella of the Cosmere. But so I'm going to switch that to physical book because I have Heretical Fishing #2 on Audible,
Please tell
and
everybody about this
I
book.
need to get back into it. So I don't think it is very popular at all, but it is phenomenal. Let's see, last year, and this is top 3 out of audiobooks I listened to last year. It would probably go Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I thought that was this year.
Yeah, this year, whatever, last
Yeah,
year.
this year.
This year's basically over, so the last year. Over the course of this last year, I'll say it that way.
There.
Dungeon Crawler Carl, Project Hail Mary, which we will be talking about soon. So if you haven't read it or listened to it, you might as well just skip about 30 to 40 minutes worth of the show because we're going to talk spoilers on that. And then number 3 would have been Heretical Fishing. It's a lit RPG, and that's what Dungeon Crawler Carl is. So that's been upping the popularity of lit RPGs, and there are so many more out there that like Dungeon Crawler sets a precedent.
Mm-hmm.
But like at this point, I think I'm way more invested in Heretical Fishing.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on book. I'm listening to book number 2.
And how
I
many?
don't even have Dungeon Crawler Carl book 2.
That's true.
I haven't even considered buying it because I want to listen to Heretical Fishing.
That's
because
fair.
I need to know more about Corporal Claus and Sergeant Snips.
And can you tell the people what those are?
No.
They're crabs.
No, only one's a crab.
The one's a crab.
Sergeant Snips is a crab. She's a sentient crab who has ascended thanks to the system.
Mm-hmm.
And Sergeant Snips is an otter who has lightning powers.
Have you looked up fan art for this?
And Corporal Claus shoots power beams out of her claws.
I would like to say that I
don't know if there is fan art. Let's look it up.
I'm just saying, if this was a real video game, I would definitely play this for the otter alone. So look, there's some.
Here.
Down and over. Is that not a...
These are all the covers of the books.
Oh, that's a cover of the book?
This is nothing.
Sorry.
Nothing.
So it would appear there is no fan art?
That's from Final Fantasy. No, because I mean, like I said.
That
one might be, that's Cinnamon the bunny. There's also a bunny named Cinnamon now. But I don't think that no, it has it on there.
You tell me you put that on the cover of a game on Steam. Sign me up. It
might be there. You never
Sign
know.
me up. That's so cute.
But yes,
they're so cute. A little otter, like shut up.
Yeah,
it's adorable.
And he's also all of the ascended creatures and beings are ladies. They're women. And
ascending is like the highest level, right?
Not yet, but just the creatures. So the animals are women. Men and women are ascending now, thanks to Fisher and the system rebooting. So his girlfriend Maria is, spoiler, also ascended. That happens at the end of the first book.
Interesting that the women are the only ones that figured it out before Fisher came.
Nobody had it figured out.
Oh, just kidding then.
This was not a thing. If somebody was ascended, they were taken to the capital and they thought they were killed. What they did was anybody who ascended, they took them and put them to use in the war. So people had to hide it because that's not what it is. They use them as weapons. They'd put like explosive collars on them. And if if they didn't do what they wanted, they would blow their heads off.
I don't know that I can read this.
And this is a cozy fantasy, if anybody's wondering.
And on that note,
it is. It's a cozy. That's what it says. I'm sure. That's the title of the book. Let me pull it up.
Well, in that case, then all the blowing off of the heads is off page.
Nothing deadly happens. So it's
just talked about in passing because cozy stuff doesn't. It's never on the page.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Library. I can't see the entire title because of how long it is. It's a cozy guide to annoying the cults, outsmarting the fish, and alienating oneself.
Outsmarting the fish.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
So the thing is that all the gods are dead. All the gods are gone. No more gods in this world.
Audi 5000.
So that is why this also says annoying the cults. The cults are prevalent because there's no gods.
Yeah.
So the churches are seen as the bad thing because they know the gods don't exist. So you can't go to church and pray to a god that they know doesn't exist.
Right.
So cults are there, and there's a cult of the Leviathan that believes a lobster is going to ascend to be the next god. There's another one, cult of the crab, that believes that the crab. And yes, they stand on the beach and do the dance in front of the ocean trying to get a crab to come out of the ocean. It's fucking awesome. There's 2 of them and they just stand there and they're like, crab. just waiting.
I hope that this gets turned into a movie.
I hope so.
I feel like
it would be
like an anime.
It'd be the greatest
an
thing.
anime for sure.
Anime, anything.
Not live action.
Somebody could hand draw it on YouTube, and I'd be fine with it.
Sign us up. We'd watch it.
So currently, the Cult of the Crab has seen Sergeant Snips. Fisher, the main character, Fisher. He's a fisherman. He called himself.
And that
Fisher.
name is top notch for you.
No.
But
it's a play on. It's just
no. I get
it. It's because it's supposed to be set like a video game. So dude wanted to change everything about his life.
Yeah.
So he just hops into this new system, and he's like, he just calls himself, because they say select a new name, and he just says, oh, well, all I want to do is fish. So Fisher. I'm Fisher. But then they're like, you can't select a job title as your name, so he had to change it to FISCHER.
Work in the system.
So his name's Fisher, but everybody makes fun of him for it, because yes, it's a dumb name, but he came into this, and he has a system where he just gets to select whatever name he wants.
Right. Yeah.
So he calls himself Fisher. Fair. Because his whole thing is,
he just wants to fish.
I'm just gonna fish.
No
matter what the fuck is happening, I'm going fishing, dude. And he just wants to fry up fish. Right now he's trying to grow lemons.
Oh, because that would go really nice with his fish.
Yeah, because he needs lemons. But in this world, lemons are genetically modified to where the seeds don't grow new lemons.
Is that to keep the people in check?
To control the market, basically, and because fishing is seen as heretical. Full circle. That's the name of the book. Well, so listening to the second one of that, it's fucking awesome, because currently the Cult of the Crab is trying to get Sergeant Snips to come out of the ocean. So they've thrown some dead fish out into the water, and they're standing on the beach doing their little crab dance, hoping Sergeant Snips comes out.
Do you get Sergeant Snips? Say that 10 times fast.
You do get some Sergeant Snips viewpoint.
Okay.
Along with some Corporal Claws.
I love this.
Yes, because there are certain times where they go and do their own thing.
I'm so glad these are on Audible.
Yes, it's fantastic. And dude, the guy who reads him, Heath Miller, Australian man, wonderful.
Phenomenal.
Oh, just fantastic. Because another part of the thing is, like, dude is from a whole different world.
Yeah.
So they throw him into this new world of Tropica, and he has all of his Aussie slang, and he like calls people mate, and they're like, what? Like, what is that? Or he calls breakfast brekkie, and they're like, who are you?
I mean, to be fair, I do feel like people not from Australia probably have very similar reactions to Australian
when
slang.
You say mate and brekkie.
Maybe not mate and brekkie, like, but they have some interesting
dollary dues
verbiage. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
there were things on Bluey I had to look up to see if they were made up for the kids show, or if that's just how they are in Australia. I don't know.
But yeah,
we do love Bluey in this house, though.
Never did look that up. But Heath Miller, phenomenal audiobook narrator.
Sometimes seeing their faces ruins it. Just heads up.
I am not in any way, shape, or form attracted to this man.
I'm not saying that you're like attracted to him. I'm just saying that sometimes.
Oh, he reads that one too. Oh shit.
What is that one?
He Who Fights with Monsters. That's supposed to be like another very good lit RPG.
Okay.
So if he reads that, that's insane.
Looks like he reads all of them.
It's $60 for an audiobook.
Oh my god.
That's the worst part about these lit RPGs, is that because they're not that popular, when they're on Audible, for some reason they all charge like $60.
That's insane. We're about to buy so many credits for Black Friday.
Yeah.
He reads and Carrie Soto is back.
It would appear so. Narrated by Wait, no. He's not on there. Oh, there he is. Yeah, right there, down at the bottom.
I didn't realize there was more than.
There's 12 narrators on there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I wonder if it's like the interview. I really got to read that one. That is the one. There's one Taylor Jenkins Reid's book I've been putting off, and I love her. Atmosphere destroyed me for like 2 weeks. Yeah. Think about that book a lot.
Oh God, is that him? There he is. Okay, that's better.
Oh, he looks
Wait,
Like,
have I seen this guy before?
I feel like I've definitely seen him on TikTok. I've seen
He
that
looks
TikTok.
that face looks familiar.
Yeah, I've
Let me
seen
share. We
him.
got to share this. We got to put this out there. Sorry, Heath. We're not trying to dox you or anything, my dude, because you're definitely gonna listen to this episode.
Right. He might, you don't know. He looks like somebody that would be a voice actor. And I don't mean that in like a mean way. I mean that in like you can just tell he exudes personality.
He has a wonderful voice, a phenomenal Australian accent, and I hope that if he's not from Australia, that'd be even crazier.
That would be
Could
crazy.
you imagine? No, it says right there he's a UK, Aussie, US audiobook narrator, and he's an award-winning.
Award-winning, dang.
Yeah, he better.
Penguin Audio.
Looks
Oh
like a
my
short king
gosh.
too. Oh yeah,
I
brother.
was convinced that there was a Penguin publishing the other day, and it's definitely Penguin Audio that I hear all the time.
There is a Penguin publishing.
What is it called?
Penguin.
Is it? Oh,
It's called Penguin, and then they have Penguin Audio.
are they one of the like the top? They're not one of the big ones though, are they?
Penguin is, yes.
I don't know.
Why? What are you?
I don't remember. We were talking about like publishing houses
Yeah, Penguin's one of
coming
the big ones.
together, and
It depends on what sphere you're in,
yeah,
like what type. Because like Penguin kind of, I feel like does a lot of different things, and Scribner does a lot of different things. Because there's Penguin Random House.
that's what I thought it was.
That's what you hear. So I don't know. That works
How
because
they're
I believe
related.
there's Penguin Random House. I mean, they're
Yeah,
together in some way, shape, or form, but
yeah,
you know,
like
it depends
sister
on.
companies or
Yeah.
under the same umbrella or
Yeah.
something.
And then there's there's publishing companies that probably do a lot more romance versus fantasy. Like Tor is like the biggest. I guess most people would consider Tor is probably the biggest fantasy publisher.
I've literally never heard of them.
Exactly. They publish the majority of Brandon Sanderson's books.
Oh yeah,
They do the Legends and Lattes series. So I mean, you do have that on the shelf.
I do have that on
So
the
they
shelf.
do
I
that
need
one,
to.
but they're a very large fantasy one. I think Orbit is another one that does a decent amount of fantasy. You wouldn't know them.
No, I literally only remember hearing about penguins. I hear about penguins all the time.
Yeah, well, then there's Penguin. There's Scribner's another big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so there we are. All right. Project Hail Mary. This is Project Hail Mary. It's going to be a lot of spoilers for this. And this is one reason I kind of didn't want to talk about it because,
Why?
well, because like, you know, everything that I've seen online whatsoever, nobody talks about, like, I did not know anything that was going into it.
No, I didn't either.
I just knew it was sci-fi, and I knew it was written by Andy Weir, so I knew I was going to enjoy it and that it was going to be sci-fi for the layman.
Yeah.
Because like there's still a shit ton of the mathematical stuff to where,
which I thoroughly enjoyed because a lot of that was at least the things that were
accurate as can be. At least, you know,
the part that's weren't
the
made up.
legitimate stuff.
Yeah,
the stuff that's not the astrophage and all of that.
Correct, like the stuff that wasn't the made up
When
part.
does that movie come out? Now
I
that I'm
don't know.
thinking about
The
it.
only thing I knew about this book going in was that they casted Ryan Gosling as the lead. And I would like to say,
Oh, it comes out next year.
Okay.
March 20th.
Oh, so like soon.
Next year. It's 5 months away. So I mean,
Close.
I guess it's relatively soon, but yeah, it's next year.
Yeah. I mean, it feels close. January's a big month for me. Yeah, January is going to be a big month for me.
What's coming out in January?
People We Meet on Vacation is coming out as a movie. Which, as somebody who...
There's actually a trailer.
We'll have to watch it later.
Yeah, we'll watch it off. But I didn't know there was a trailer already.
But People We Meet on Vacation was one of my least favorite Emily Henry books. I am going to reread it before the movie comes out because I'm so stoked about the casting, and the preview of this movie makes me feel...
That was the one, they were in an airport, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I didn't know who the people were.
Oh, she was on the first season of My Lady Jane, which I didn't actually finish, but I've watched the first episode like 3 times. She's phenomenal. And then it was the guy that Tom Blythe, I think is his last name. He was, you didn't watch it, he was Snow in
Oh, yeah.
The Snake and the Songbird. So I'm really excited. And we have that coming out.
I don't want to.
Season 4 of Bridgerton comes out. First part comes out in January.
Hell yeah.
The Taylor Swift documentary is coming out week by week in January. Big month for me.
All I heard was Bridgerton.
I know. I'm stoked.
We've got Benedict, right?
Yes.
It's his season, yes.
Yes, it is. And I cannot.
Did I? I read it. Yes, I read his book.
Yeah, because his is the second book, but it's the 4th season.
I thought it was the 3rd book.
You are correct. It is the 3rd book. Anthony is the 2nd.
Chat, clip that.
I forget that Daphne is the first one because
it's forgettable. It's
yeah.
It's a good story, but you don't.
Yeah.
Because she gets pushed away so much in the TV series that you just, because of old Reggae and Gene.
Yeah.
He kind of tainted that entire season, so I think a lot of people forget about that.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to Project Hail Mary, but I need to go off on a rant real quick. He said he was too busy to come do Bridgerton season 2. Sexiest man alive, Jonathan Bailey, is starring in Wicked.
Jonathan Bailey makes time for us.
He has literally been asked in multiple interviews, with all of these new projects you're doing, you're being really invested in your charities. Like, are you still going to do Bridgerton? He's like, absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
He's not going to give up on us.
No.
Jonathan would not do that to me.
He wouldn't do that to any of us. No, he is a wonderful man. Yeah. And I'm just saying, if he can make time, so can whatever his name is. I can't.
Jean Reggae Ball.
Yes. He can make time so that I think her name is Phoebe in real life, because I love her. She was on Younger, the girl that plays Daphne.
She was on Younger?
Yeah, she was an Irish girlfriend of the hot tattoo guy.
I do remember. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do remember that.
Yes, she is Daphne. And I love her as an actress, and I feel like she does
a good job on the show, but yeah, because he's
not there,
she doesn't get
doesn't get as much time, which is very frustrating as somebody who has read all of the Bridgerton books. I will say Shonda Rhimes does a really good job of incorporating new things, because those books alone are not enough to be an intriguing TV series.
Because the books are very much standalone, one after another, and then those people just show up in the next
very one. Romance, kind of the same problem over and over again. So they do really
Everybody's sucking on somebody.
Everybody kisses somebody before they're betrothed, and then they have to get married. You see a shoulder or an ankle, and God forbid, you got to get married. So I'm just saying, if Jonathan Bailey has time, you have time. You have time.
Do we care at this point?
Come back.
Are we that worried about him? Do we think that if he came back, he'd give his all, or that he would?
He just needs to stand there so that Daphne can be an integral part in the show, like she is in the book. She is the eldest sister. She's the first one to get married. She is, yes. Yeah.
I forget. The other sister just looks older than her.
Well, because in real life, I think she is.
Yeah.
But she's the eldest sister. She has kids immediately. And because in the book, she's not 16. It's not her first season when she gets married. So she's 23, 24, which this is Regency era. So that's you got to start popping out babies immediately. So she has a bunch of kids.
Lung by 26.
Exactly. So she's a very important part in all of the stories, and it's very infuriating that she's not in the show. Yeah. Because as much as I love Kate and Anthony.
Who?
Kate is Jonathan Bailey's wife.
And?
Anthony.
Thank you.
Sorry, my apologies.
Drop the H, please.
So sorry. Anthony.
Chat, clip that.
You're ridiculous.
Chalk one up for Jake.
As much as I love them and their advice, I would appreciate Daphne being in there as well. So, but anyway, now that I've had my Bridgerton rant, we can come back to Project Hail Mary. I would say the only thing I knew going into this book was they cast Ryan Gosling, which is absolutely hysterical when you find out he is a middle school science teacher. Because as somebody who teaches in a high school, they would be freaking out that their teacher looked like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
They're middle schoolers.
After reading the book, I'm not sure. I know he'll do a good job with it, but it just doesn't. It's not going to feel like he fits that role very well to a certain extent.
I agree. I felt like that when they casted him as Ken, though, and he blew me out of the water. So I will never doubt Ryan Gosling ever
I'm
again.
not doubting him. I just don't think at a certain point it's probably going to feel weird up until we actually see the movie.
Yeah,
because they're probably going to have to change him. The Grace is probably going to have to change a little bit.
yeah.
They're probably going to fuck the whole thing up.
They're gonna make him
But-
definitely. I mean, he's very funny in the book, and I think Ryan Gosling is.
Yes,
People
he
forget
can do
how
he
funny
can do
he
the
is.
comedy. I think it'll work out all in the end. It's just like now thinking about it, like after reading the book and thinking, hearing who Grace is and how he acts and all that, it does not seem like a Ryan Gosling type of role.
Movie, yeah.
Or like when I'm thinking of Dr. Grace, I'm not thinking of Ryan Gosling. I don't know who I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
Usually, my main problem is if I look up the audiobook narrator, that's who I picture the main character as.
Oh, you don't ever do that?
Oh, I don't care.
No.
I already did. Now I'm thinking of that sexy Australian as Fisher, and he's also a crab, and there's a little crab running around with his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all I knew going in, I started it before I even knew about the movie.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know about Ryan Gosling being cast. I just knew everybody on TikTok and online was posting about it and talking about, if you want to, we don't have to do the video anymore. Like if you don't want to, because I know every now and again you're like,
I'm just like trying not to sit super awkward. I'm just like, am I sitting weird?
Well, you also have your chair turned to the wall, so you are sitting this way, whereas I'm sitting to the table. So I mean that's but all I knew was that everybody online was talking about how great it was.
Yeah.
So massive spoiler, when it gets halfway through and he meets aliens, like when he sees another ship out there, I'm like, I think I looked at my phone and paused it and just fucking hucked it across the room, and I had to take a second because I was like, what? I didn't know what I thought was going to happen. I didn't because the only other Andy Weir story that I've read was The Martian, where he's alone the entire time, and it's just like it's very much set in it's science fiction, but it's also rooted in reality, where it's just like there he is, and he's doing things on Mars, doing the calculations, trying to get home. Now, when he goes flying through fucking space in a twirl and like Spider-Man's his ass back into the fucking cockpit or whatever, obviously that's not real.
Right.
But reading Project Hail Mary, and he's like floating through the sky, and he sees a little ding on his radar, and it's like, oh, there's a ship there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Honestly, the aliens were not the most unrealistic part of that story for me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you've told me about this before.
Yeah,
you think is the most
unrealistic part of this story is that all of the governments in New World agreed to give one lady
cohesion,
like basically uncapped power, so that she could put a grade A team together, the Hail Mary team together to save the Earth. That is the most unrealistic part. I wholeheartedly believe that humanity would die before that would happen.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah, that was the most. I would have really liked just like an epilogue. I loved the epilogue. We don't have to talk about that if we don't want to. I loved the epilogue. I thought it was so cute.
It was a nice little ending to it.
I would have liked an additional epilogue to let me know of whether or not she actually was imprisoned after the ship left. Because for those of you...
I'm blanking on her name right now.
I know. For those of you who don't know, they send out Project Hail Mary, and he's out there...
The Hail Mary is the ship that he's on.
Yes, and they have 30 years to save the Earth, and it's going to take... It took like, what, 10?
I think it was 27 years to be exact.
Yeah,
or
but
26. It took like 13 or 14 years to go there, and it would have taken the same to come back.
Yes, so they have no intention of bringing the people back. Like, it's literally Hail Mary in the sense of like, we're sending these people to space and they're going to die in space, and they're just going to send back the information that they find. But either way, they have like at most 2 years to figure it out before humanity is dead, because it takes 13 years to get back. in 13 years to get there. So, I mean, like, it's a very, he does, I mean, shocking to no one. He figures it out.
The Earth does blow up and they fail.
He figures it out, and it is alluded in the epilogue that Earth is okay. They figured it out.
But that's what he does. He figures out the solution. And if it's just like in Iron Man, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Dr. Grace figured out how to solve astrophage on a ship where astrophage was eating his ship.
Yeah, he did.
By him and old boy.
Yeah. Well, he did not do that by himself.
They figured it out.
Yes, but he legitimately needed Rocky. I don't think he would have figured it out had he not met Rocky.
Not without Rocky.
No.
But he'd figured it out. All he had to do was send it back to the hive mind of the entire world that we just discussed came together.
I know.
So they were all sitting there waiting. Every country.
No shot.
Every country was, they were waiting around. They weren't just sitting in one fucking room.
Oh, I have full faith they were fighting. I think the war would have broken out.
Maybe.
Like, by time they had gone to the solar system, the 13 years he was gone, war. I think it was war till they came back.
Maybe. We have no idea.
We do not have any idea, and that's what I'm saying. I wish we would have got a little epilogue of like.
Fine. But they were sitting there waiting, so that way, when the Beatles came back, when they came back, because they all had the hope that this was going to work.
Yeah, but I think you have to plan that it doesn't.
So then, if they planned when it doesn't, they just fucking the Earth would fly away from all the methane. They were waiting, so that way when it got back, they probably solved that issue within 10 seconds because all they had to do was be like, oh, this is what we need to do? Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking done. It looks like a Lego game just throwing bricks together.
Yeah.
You never played one, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
But that's...
You painted a beautiful picture, though. I got there.
It makes a fun little sound. The characters do this. The whole world would have been doing that, and then like, boom, astrophage solved.
Yeah, I think it would have been solved immediately.
It wouldn't have taken that long.
No, but it took. They probably only had like 10 years. I'm saying the 20 years or ish it took them to get that information. There is no way they were not fighting for resources.
The original point that you were making, was that when the information came back, they only had 2 years to figure it out. That was your original point.
Oh, that was not.
Oh, hey, tangent over here. We're going to catch our thought out in the space and bring it back. Mm-hmm. Oh, over 20 years they're going to have a war. That's just like, whoa, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We were talking about the fact that you said they only have 2 years to figure it out, and then I said,
yes.
What did I say?
Yeah.
I said he already had it figured out.
He did.
And he gave it to him.
Yeah.
And then they would have got. So
I thought my original point was that I needed an epilogue to tell me whether or not she went to jail immediately.
You said that.
That
was.
And then I went off on a tangent. I forgot the original point was.
But then we were talking about solving.
It's living in my brain. This is what happens all the time.
We
just circle around, take some side streets, come back. This is why I can't remember where anything is, and I need a GPS everywhere. This is how my brain works.
Yes. So astrophage is eating the sun.
Yeah, that's the premise of the book. Maybe we should start at the beginning.
That was the beginning. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I told everybody to skip it if they never read the book.
That's true. Yeah.
So
I really enjoyed that he got picked because he was a disgraced scientist that then had to teach middle school.
It was mainly because he wrote the paper that said that life forms don't need water to survive.
Which made him a disgraced scientist.
To a certain extent, yes. But there were people that believed him, and that's why they brought him on, that they thought that maybe he could have been right to a point.
I don't think anybody believed him until they found astrophage, and then they were like, oh, do you remember that crazy guy that was like running around saying that you don't need water to make a alien?
It all got proved wrong, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Because their base material was water.
I know.
So it didn't matter.
Yeah, it was a real low day for him. I feel like that's why he came back. He was like, well, I've been disgraced twice now. What?
The camera went off. He's just rolling around.
Yeah. Just like, he's like, I've already been disgraced twice, so I might as well just stay here and stick it out.
I like that he just walked out of his classroom. He just left the kids and was like, "See ya.
Well,
I got more important things to do. An eighth gram of astrophage waiting for me."
I enjoyed that part too, and I was like, it's a good thing he's not coming back because that is a fireable offense. You can't just leave kids unsupervised.
No.
Like you're not coming back from that. It's a good thing.
Well, Andy Weir's he probably wasn't a teacher, so he was a science guy, so
Yeah,
he was focused on the science, not
I
the
know.
teacher.
I felt like he portrayed though teaching very accurately in the sense of like him.
A teacher who actually cares about his job.
Yes, I feel
Yeah,
like he did a
you
really
don't
good job.
you don't see those
You do. You do. You do.
very
I can
much.
assure you, you do. But I did really enjoy him like bribing the kids with these imaginary points. I don't know. You probably don't remember this. It's like how it starts off in his classroom and he's like bribing them. And I was like, that is
He
so
was.
spot on.
Because then he's asking a question and he says, "Okay, who can answer this question?" And he says something.
Yeah.
And one kid starts saying the answer, and then the girl pipes up and says, "He can answer it."
Yes.
And then
And there's
she looks
always,
at him and says, "You asked who could answer it."
yeah, there's always that one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty on spot too. There's always that one kid that's like, I'm going to outsmart you. And you're like, okay, great, go for it.
Yeah.
We love that for you. This isn't a competition. We want
Yeah.
you to do well. I feel like people feel like teachers don't actually want you to do well,
Yeah.
and they do.
But so
But
he floated around space for a while.
yeah, he walks out.
Yeah. He was in a coma for I don't remember how many years he was full.
I
It was the 12 or 13. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know if that was the exact time frame.
no, the book opens up with him. That's how it opens up. I forgot
Yes.
about that. Yeah, it opens up with
Yes.
him on the
With
space.
not remembering, and then he starts to remember things slowly.
Yeah.
He remembers things all the way through the story until
Hmm.
he finally remembers the last thing that shows why he's on the ship.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal for him.
That was rough. I don't know. Like, I get that you wake up and you're on a spaceship. So, like, your mind is already telling you you have to accept a lot of things to be true in order to not go crazy. But to wake up on a spaceship, not remember anything, and look to your left and see a dead body, like, I feel like I would have tapped out. I've been like, I don't know why I'm here, but I don't like this at all. And then you pan to your right, another one. Like,
Well,
he's a strong man. He
he
is
wanted to figure out why he was on the ship.
with two dead
And then he
bodies.
started to remember and realized that he was there for a reason.
I did feel really sad for him immediately when he was like, what is going on? And then he reads the name and he starts to remember them and just starts crying because even though he can't remember everything about them, he remembers how they made him feel and he's just like sad that they're not there. And I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. But then he's alone in space. I didn't know where this book was going, I think, until we were already there. I had no idea the
I wasn't
trajectory.
trying to figure out ahead. I just didn't know what he was going to go
Mm-mm.
for or what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Just like I said, like when he runs into that alien ship, not expecting that
No.
whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Wasn't expecting Rocky either
No.
for what he was.
Yeah, when he runs into that ship, I'm like, okay. But it does make sense that we've already discovered we're not alone in the universe, that we can't also be the only solar system struggling with this issue. But they did bring up a really good point later in the book that it's almost scientifically improbable that they would find each other because they both had to be in the same level of society where you're smart enough to figure out how to get to space, but not smart enough to figure out how to fix the problem from your home planet. And you're smart enough to figure out how to get light years away, but again, not be able to fix it from your own. And like,
Well, and as we knew, as you know later on, Rocky's people had no fucking clue what they were doing. All
no,
they knew was that they could build a ship and get into space,
right? They
and
had
there
no,
wasn't much else. But Rocky, out of the 30 or 40 other beings that were on his ship, he was the only one left. But he was just the builder.
yeah,
So maybe some of the science ones knew, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
Well,
and that's why it was good that he ran into Grace, who was Science Man.
yeah. And it's also very adorable, I guess, that they find each other, because I feel as you learn more about Rocky and Rocky's people, they're not a very curious group. I would say like humans tend to be curious. Like we went to the moon just to like see what it was. You know, I'm sure there were other motives involved that we're not going to get into, but
Rocky can't see.
that's true. I think this is one of those books that even if you want to read the physical book, you should listen to the audio and read it when you get to his parts, because I really enjoyed the music, because they do actual music, because in the book Rocky doesn't talk.
Yeah, Rocky speaks in tones and harmonies that in the audio portion they make sound kind of like, I don't know, a mix between a piano and like a synthesizer type of thing. It's kind of in between, and it's really cool. At first, it scared the shit out of me.
Yes.
Because I was not expecting it. And then you just hear that music, and I was alone in the house, and I was like doing something, and I was like, fuck was that? Sort of thing. And then I think I rewound it to see like what because I thought I missed something.
Yeah.
And then the noise happened again, and I was like, what the fuck? And then realized that it was Rocky talking.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look at the physical book to see how they.
I don't know how they. I didn't either.
Because I mean, it's on the shelf because that's originally how I was going to start reading it, but then I got it.
I'm finding out right now.
I think it was on
the
sale on audiobook.
Yeah.
On audiobook, on Audible, it was on sale, so that's why I got it. Because I knew nothing about anything going into the audiobook either. But yeah, with the music playing, that's so much better. Because then even when he learns that Grace learns how to speak his language.
Yeah, they use like an Excel translator.
Yeah, yeah.
He makes like a spreadsheet.
Because then he makes his own spreadsheet for what it is, and then he plays the sounds back to him on what he has. But in the audiobook, he they speak English for Rocky
because he's like translating it in his mind.
Yeah, but they still have the sound playing, so that's fun because then he's speaking with the music playing, and he's just like a snarky little rock man.
Yeah.
So that's we talked about this, how he's going to look in the movie.
Yeah,
because of what he is.
He's described. So I know that this is wrong, but I pictured Harry Potter spiders because he's described as a spider, and I know that it's wrong.
He's a spider-like being, so
Yeah.
I believe because he's not an 8-legged, he's only 5-legged. So he's not an arachnid in that sense.
Right.
He's 5-legged, and he's just a circular ball with 5 legs.
Yeah, and he's the size of a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
They reference that a whole lot, and I'm just like, oh, there has to be for this one. But he was so adorable. Like, I understand that the climate.
See there. That's the way I see it. That's the way he looks like a ball.
Yeah.
We'll share that. Maybe. Did it share? No. Well, we'll pull up Rocky here. Just this keeps doing that. It only leaves that one screen.
I don't know.
This guy. That's exactly how but he's black. Because he's got his exhaust vents on the top.
Yeah.
And then his underside opens up so he can eat and poo.
Well, that whole part was disturbing, but like I get you have to explain that to understand the mechanics.
They might. I bet you they might cut that out of the movie.
Probably.
You don't know because it'd probably be pretty disgusting.
The radiation poisoning, though, part of it was so heartbreaking.
It's going to be very sad. Mm-hmm. Tears will probably be shed watching that movie. Because I really cried listening to the book.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really, not that I'm a movie like writer or director in any way, shape, or form, but that would be a really good like voiceover part to like show Rocky walking, like to him telling the story to Grace, and then like walking around the ship and finding everybody dead, and realizing that.
Oh yeah, like doing like a flashback with Rocky talking.
Yeah, and him just like walking around it, because obviously that has to be CGI'd, right? Like, there's no way that's not.
They'd probably get Alan Tudyk to play it.
I don't know who that is. I'm sure that's a great joke. I just don't know who that is.
He doesn't. Well, either him or Andy Serkis. They're the two biggest, like, two huge mocap guys. This is Alan Tudyk.
And what does that mean? They just like dress up in like green
Mocap is
screen?
the motion capture with the dots on them and everything.
Oh,
And they
okay.
would be the actor doing the thing. And
I hope for
and
Ryan Gosling's sake that that's what they did, because even if it's so uncomfortable.
and Andy Serkis is this guy.
Yeah, so I actually have seen both of those faces. So I
Yeah.
do know
So
them.
he was in Black Panther. That's where you probably know him from. But
He was in the ape ones.
he's a monkey in those, I believe.
Right. Yeah, so they would have.
Yeah, so he looks like a monkey.
Right, but I
So
think
you
I
haven't
saw.
seen his face in the Planet of
No,
the
but
Apes
I
movies.
feel like I saw like behind the scenes of like
Okay.
him.
What I was leading to is that he plays Gollum in Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
So he crawls around and does that whole shit. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, him or Tudyk, because they're two of like the biggest mocap people. But
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other casting things that were brought about for this movie. I just hope it's not devastating.
It's gonna be a heartbreaking movie.
Well, I mean, more. Oh, here we go.
It right there, James.
James Ortiz. He's a theater actor in no movies that we know. They are.
So maybe he's just the voice.
Well, most likely.
Or maybe he's both.
There's most likely what'll happen is that it's just going to be voice with straight CGI, and then we'll probably be upset about it. And then
probably.
Just like, you should never want your favorite movie to be adapted, because then it just turns
Your favorite
out.
book?
That's what you don't want your favorite movie adapted into a book either, like my Oxford Year, because then it ruins the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we'll see.
I mean, I've never read that book. I probably won't read that.
I know,
book,
but it was a joke.
I got the joke.
Because she calls herself an author after.
She is a very decorated narrator.
Yes.
Yeah.
But remember, we saw the thing that she had author listed first.
She did.
Even though alphabetically audiobook narrator would come first versus author.
Yeah, it would.
So, yeah. Rating. What do you give? What did you give?
Project Hail Mary was a 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I could have given it more stars, I would have. Not only was it, as somebody who is an avid audiobook listener, which to people who say that that's not really listening, or not really reading, I can tell you more about, yes, but I can I love these characters, and I can talk about them years later, having listened to the audiobook. And there are people.
You would do the same listening to the physical book too.
Or reading it.
You retain all of that stuff.
I know, but people act like if you listen to the audiobook, you're not going to retain it like you would if you read it, which I agree to an extent. But
that's because people are stupid.
But some of the audiobooks are just so well done, and this was.
Yeah. I mean, they're literal, like, full blown productions.
Yeah. This is one of the best audiobooks I've ever read.
This isn't
or listened
to. This isn't a person sitting at a basement in the basement at a table with a microphone.
You know what? You recorded the Harry Potter books for me to listen to go to sleep, and I
need to finish that.
Do appreciate that, and I would listen to you talk all day. I
need to finish it.
Yeah. Well, I love listening to you talk or read to me to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the basement. But those are like full-blown productions where I think they actually have like a script and stuff.
Yeah.
Which would be better because, like, sometimes sitting there reading, especially if you're reading aloud, if you don't know what's coming or who it is, you don't know how to act or how to say things, because sometimes you could like say something that's like, they whispered softly, and it's like, well, fuck, I just screamed it.
I shouted that out loud. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like you say it and you don't realize like who's going to say something next, and then it's like a woman, but you don't read it that way.
They said sarcastically after you've read it sincerely.
You said it the most serious possible. Like you gave the best monologue of your life.
Yeah.
Like I did that in our D&D campaign. Well, not last night, but like 2 weeks before. Had like a 2-minute monologue of just me going to town, and everybody just kind of stopped and they're like, "Whoa." Like nobody else wanted to say anything after it. So it was like, well, fuck, what are we gonna do now?
And now you're showing up to this ball looking like
this different one.
Oh, just kidding. You're in too many I can't keep your D&D campaigns.
There's only 2.
Straight. Still.
Gornt isn't as he's not as knowledgeable, so he doesn't get into much.
He doesn't have a monologue.
RP, yeah, I don't monologue as much with Gornt. He's dumb.
Well,
but he's
strong.
But he's looking fly as
and
shit
he's
at the ball.
Like a straight 10. Yeah. So you got that going for you.
Going to the ball tomorrow.
What did you rate this book?
That's as of today, the 8th. This will probably get released on Monday, the 10th.
Yeah, and
so I'll already have been gone to the ball and danced. I'll probably try and twerk at least once.
I hope that you twerk.
I will
non-stop.
see if I maybe I could do some dworking.
Well, I can't wait to hear about your D&D campaign tomorrow. But what did you rate this book?
Slaying some meat. 5. Yeah, it was a 5.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
And this is my first sci-fi book. I haven't read any other sci-fi, and it made me want to.
And this, and like I said, this is like more of a realistic sci-fi side, being what it is, versus what normal sci-fi would be considered would be like much different.
Yeah,
that would be like a Red Rising or a Sun Eater series sort of thing, or that sort of stuff.
I read this book right after I read Atmosphere too. So like for a minute there, I was like, psh,
all about space.
I could probably fly a spaceship.
You were so locked in on space.
Then
we watched a GME sloshed in space.
It's been like space is everywhere right now.
Saving the world.
I feel like I should look at my sign more. Maybe this is like the world telling me.
You should be an astronaut?
No, that I need to get more invested in astrology.
Oh.
Just like
you
really
can talk to Dalton about that. He sent me an app the other day.
I don't have like 5 hours to spend talking about it, so I think I'll just...
It's just an app.
That's true. Maybe I just need to get like all of our constellations. I'll just get all our constellations tattooed on me. Start there.
Okay.
See where it goes.
If that's what you want to do. Then that's what you can do.
I don't know. Maybe this is the world telling me that Sarah J. Maas's next book is going to be more night court focused.
Probably not.
Yeah.
What we need to do to get you into our online D&D campaign. That's what we need to do.
I'll be an alien.
Maybe.
I feel like there are no rules in D&D. I feel like
there's so many rules.
There's so many rules.
The whole thing is rules. I have a rule.
One giant rule.
I have the rule book out there. It's like 300 pages.
I'm not reading that.
You don't have to. Micah knows the rules for us. That's the point. That's why I don't DM any games.
Yeah, that's
why I wouldn't want to take on being a DM at all.
I feel like there's a lot of reasons I would not.
That's why I'm scared of the Cosmere RPG, and that's why I keep shuttling things to Micah and be like, hey.
We should do this.
Because Dalton doesn't know what he's doing either.
Yeah.
So we can get you in.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Dalton, he should be. He probably doesn't even watch the YouTube video. He better have listened. This is his test.
Well, no.
If he doesn't text me after listening to this episode and say, the crow flies at midnight.
Brooke's not going to be able to listen to this one for a minute.
Yeah, she said she wouldn't listen to the other one until she read that book either.
She listened because she, well, maybe she just watched
She was watching the video clips.
Yeah.
Because she kept commenting about stuff.
Yeah, she's not done with that book yet. She's close, though. She's been to the Lady in White part and all that fun jazz.
Oh, you're talking about soul searching. I'm talking about Magic and Mochas.
Oh, I don't think she's even...
That's the one that we talked about in the last one.
That's true.
She said she wouldn't listen because of that book.
Yeah, and I don't think she's even started that. And she's going to do... I know she's going to do a listen and read at the same time for Project Hail Mary, because I know she's going to read that too. Thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word.
Which is nice sometimes.
I wanted to say tandem, and I knew that was wrong.
That's when you read 2 books at once, right?
Correct, yeah.
Excuse me. We can go ahead.
Or you ride 2 bikes at the same time.
No.
Yeah, then you're on the same bike. It's called a tandem bike.
Yeah, that's not riding 2 bikes at the same time.
Well, you're riding one bike with 2 people.
Yeah.
There's 2 bikes.
That's just
that are connected.
That's a long bike.
Long bike, yeah.
It's like when you go to Burger King and get the long chicken.
You do love a long
bike.
chicken.
Yeah. It's a long bike. All right.
So our next segment.
We're already done here, honey.
Oh, we're done?
We're at an hour and 10 minutes right now.
Oh, my goodness.
We've been talking so much about everything. That's why I cut off and started talking about D&D, because we had to...
Yeah, that's fair.
We had to switch off. We took a lot more time talking about our current reads this week.
That's true. And Project Hail Mary. So much happened.
Yeah, and we didn't even dig that deep into
No,
it,
we
which
didn't.
is probably for the best. Try and leave
Yeah.
as much. We still said a lot of things, but like, you got to leave some there.
So in closing,
any closing words that you want to say?
This has been TBR Together with Meghan and Jake.
I guess those were our closing words.
Stay safe, y'all. I don't know.
So what?
Stay safe, y'all. I don't know. That's
Wrap it before you tap it.